Hi everybody, how's it going? I am excited to meet you again for a 30-minute yoga session. I was just reading some of the comments today, made me really happy. So keep them coming because it keeps me going too. Here's Layla, probably gonna join us. And yes, Richie's really good at yoga. I feel like all cats are. So we'll go ahead and get started if you want to find your way into child's pose. So knees nice and wide, right? Opening the hips, lengthening the spine, and reach forward, drop your forehead down. And give my kitty a kiss on the belly. Take this time to connect into your breath. Big breath in and hold it at the top. And give a really big exhale. If you did nothing but had these amazing breaths for this 30 minutes, like you're going to just transform the way you feel. So shift it through the breath. Really let it go on the exhales. We'll play with some balancing today, working on getting ourselves into alignment and finding that balance, right, of knowing that life is crazy, right? It's going to be extreme one way, extreme another way. We live in extreme weather here in Colorado. But if we can keep coming back into center and we can keep tuning in to our own alignment, we can take those practices from the mat and bring them into the rest of our life. So go ahead and just take a couple more breaths here. And just paying attention to what is going on with you so that you can really honor yourself and move from that place of authenticity and of just being human, right? Just showing up for this experience. We're going to go ahead and make our way into our tabletop, coming into all fours. And from here, flip your fingertips back, palms facing down, leaning forward and back a couple of times if you'd like to get a wrist stretch here. Of course, this kitty wants all the lovin's right now. And from here, we'll go ahead and have the palms faced up. Same thing, get the front of the forearms. Ooh, my left wrist always hurts, so I'm feeling this one today. And then we'll have the fingertips straight forward and do some circles. Have the toes curled under, do some circles in your feet, and then think cat-cow spine as you're moving it to the left and the right. So we'll take a cat spine, and then we drop our rib cage to one side, and then cow in between. Bring it back up to the other side into cat. So we go cat-cow, cat-cow. You can lean back into the feet, move your head around. You can bend the elbows. Just take a moment to notice what feels stuck, what needs extra love right now. And we'll go ahead and come into a neutral spine. From here, walk your hands a little bit forward, toes curled under, downward facing dog. So if this is the first down dog of the day, I want you to take some time to just move around. Hi, Layla. Press into the hands fully, create some length, create some space, wiggle it out, bend one knee, the other. Big breath in, big breath out. Walk to the top of the mat, ragdoll for a moment, soften at the knees and then shake it out. Let it go. It's always funny practicing with pets. Bend one knee and the other. And inhale, roll up to standing. Roll your shoulders back and down. 2 more. Exhale. 1 more time. Exhale. Reach the arms up. Airplane arms in chair pose. Come all the way up to Tadasana. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, lengthen. Step back, high plank. Take an inhale, shift forward. Exhale all the way down to the ground. Press the tops of the feet, roll one shoulder, then the other. A couple of times, roll the shoulders here. And then roll both shoulders back. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, lower it back and down. Push up, high plank, downward facing dog. One more time with that. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, this time step or hop. Top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Tadasana. Exhale, back bends. Inhale, reach it high. Chair pose with airplane arms, weight in the heels. Inhale, Tadasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Inhale, shift forward. You can always lower to your belly or halfway down chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Shift into high plank. Have the feet wide. Roll both feet to the left. So the right foot is in front of the left. Feet are staggered. Reach it up. Breathe here. 2 more breaths. Tap into your power. Back to high plank. Roll it to the right. Left foot in front of the right. Press into the bottom to reach up through the top hand, finding that balance. And you right at the center. 1 more breath. Back to high plank. If you want that chaturanga, go for it. Up dog, inhale. Exhale, down dog. Right leg high, inhale. Knee to nose, exhale. Inhale. Oh no. And then right knee, left elbow. Inhale, back up high. Watch out for your surroundings. Exhale, bring it through. I hope I'm making you guys laugh. Inhale, crescent lunge. Bring it up. Exhale, twist it to the right. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, sit down into horse. 5-pointed star. Inhale. Warrior 2. Exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior. Reach up. Exhale, both hands down to the ground. We're going to just keep creating more heat with that movement and breath. Right leg covered. Watch out for cats. Shift forward, chaturanga. Up dog. Inhale. Toes curl back under, down dog. Left leg goes high. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, high. Right knee, left elbow. Right, or left knee, right elbow. Inhale, high. Exhale, bring it through. Low lunge. We'll come up for crescent lunge. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, twist it to the left. 5-pointed star. Inhale. Exhale, sit down into horse. Inhale, reach it back up. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, both hands to the mat. Left leg goes back. Maybe it hovers in chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, press into the hands, down dog. Take 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale through your mouth. 2 more. 1 more here. Good. Let's go ahead and shift. Back in a high plank. Feet wide. Roll to the left hand. Side plank. This time, slide your right foot in. Press into the right foot. Lift your hips. Reach up and over. Exhale, dip into your hips. Reach back. Gaze back. Inhale, up and over. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Back in a high plank with the feet wide. Roll it to the right, left foot in front, and then you're sliding into it and standing into it. So your knee is over your ankle. Inhale, reach up and over. Exhale, reach back, gaze back. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, press into the bottom hand. Inhale. Exhale. Back in a high plank. Shift forward, chaturanga. Keep the gaze forward, up dog. Inhale. Down dog, exhale. Right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, high. Right knee, left elbow. Inhale, high. This time, right knee, right wrist, half pigeon. Move your back knee further back. Relax your toes straight back. Center the weight right in the middle of the hips. I come up to the tips of my fingers for a moment to lengthen through the spine. Maybe reach back as you bend your left leg for the big toe edge of the back foot and pull the foot in for a few breaths. So at home, you can use different things in replace of blocks. water bottle. Really get as creative as you want with this at home, right? Anything that you find that will really give you that support. Book, hands. I know it sounds funny, but anything that can help, pillows, blankets, go for it. We're going to lower down here onto the elbows. Maybe widen your elbows, stack your palms, and rest your forehead. Take a few breaths here. Really use that breath. Make the breath even louder than those thoughts that are going on right now. I want you to notice what takes you out of homeostasis, out of equilibrium, what takes you out of balance. What is disrupting your peace on every level, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Become aware of it, right? So we can find the balance of all that. We're gonna press into the hands. I always move my back knee in a little closer because it makes it easier for this. Back toes curl under. Kick your right leg high. Bend your knee. Open your hip. Maybe shake it out. Maybe you flip your dog to back bend here. Open it up. And then slowly drop it back and down. Flip it back. Right leg high. Don't kick your plant. Exhale. Bring it through low lunge. We're going to go ahead and come up into crescent lunge, twisting it to the right, and then exalted warrior. You're going to take the back hand towards the left hip, sink back into the front knee, reach up through the left arm, gaze up, breathe here. 2 more breaths. 1 more. Inhale. And as you exhale, open it all the way to 5-pointed star. Take another big breath in. Exhale, sit down into horse. Inhale here. And then exhale, drop it into Skandasana. Hands to the ground. Toes flexed up in the front foot. Got cat hair all over me. Heel can be up or down in the back foot. Take whatever expression you'd like in the arms. I like to open it up. Maybe a half bind, full bind. You could bring the hands up to prayer, or hands on the ground, or elbows down. Let your head drop if you'd like. One more breath. And bring it back into a low lunge, setting up the legs for a moment. Well, back foot is flat. Let's come up. Warrior 2. To reverse warrior to a bind. Let's wiggle the left hand up to about the middle of the back or so. Right fingertips maybe touch. Then straighten the front leg and reach up through the right elbow. Breathe here. One more breath. Release the arms. Shake out the shoulders. Bring it into low lunge. Step back into high plank. Chaturanga. Up dog. Inhale. Let's go for the other side. Downward facing dog. Left leg goes high. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, high. Left knee, right elbow. Exhale. Inhale, back up high. Left knee, left wrist. Half pigeon, moving your back knee further back. Centering the weight in the hips. Maybe fingertips for a moment. Either relax your back foot, toes back, or you can pull your foot in. Woo. Breathe into sensation. Keep pulling the right hip and right shoulder forward. You have the option of coming down whenever you would like. Just ease into it, right? We don't want to go like fullest expression right away because right, we don't want to force anything. We want to like kindly enter into our bodies. To find this embodiment, we have to do it with kindness. We can't be barging our way into ourselves, right? Like just knocking on the door nicely. If you can make your way in through these poses and to a deeper expression of who you are on that level of being human, right? It's a connection. Yoga is all about connection. Connection to yourself. We're connecting to each other right now through this portal. It's all about it. So I appreciate the community we have. So Take a few more breaths, maybe rest your forehead down, and elbows wide will help soften the shoulders a little bit more. 2 more breaths. And 1 more. Press into the hands. Like I said, I like to move my back knee in, just kind of a little closer. Then toes curl under. Kick your left leg high, bend your knee, open your hip. You can stay there playing with movements, or come to the pinky edge of the right foot, so it's like a side plank. And you have the ball of the foot down and start to back bend and open it up here. Breathe here. Start to drop your hip. Then carefully flip it with the left leg high. Bring your left leg through low lunge. We're going to come up for crescent lunge. Push through the back heel. Reach the arms up. Exhale, twist it to the left. Exalted warrior here. Reach up, sink into the front knee. So we find this equal and opposite energy. We root down to reach up. Finding the extremes in life to find that center, right? Take that time here with the breath. 1 more. Open up for a 5-pointed star. Take another inhale. Toes out, heels in, sit down into horse. Inhale, 5-pointed star. And then drop it into Skandasana. Heel down or lifted. Any expression in the arms here that you'd like. Whatever you want to play with. Take a few more breaths, exploring what it means to be in your body. I am here to hold that space for you to explore, to get really curious about you. Not to try to copy exactly what I'm doing, but to make it work for your body. One more breath. We're going to kind of just wiggle it back into a setup of warrior 2 in the feet, so we can come all the way up. Reverse warrior, inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to go ahead and set up for the bind. So we're going to see if we can get the fingertips to bind. Straighten the front leg. Really pull up through that left elbow. Gaze up. Breathe here. 2 more. 1 more breath. Release. Shake it out a little bit. And bring it down to the ground. Finish up this set. Chaturanga. Up dog. Inhale. Downward facing dog. And take child's pose. Sip of water, whatever you need for a few more breaths. This whole practice is about taking care of ourselves. This isn't about beating ourselves up. And so whatever that needs to look like for this format and teaching power. But through these times, if your anxiety is really, really high and the power is not serving you and it's just kind of stimulating your nervous system more, feel free to hold just one pose and then meditate, right? Do what you need during this time and let it be what it needs to be. So we will go ahead and make our way into high plank again with the feet wide. Hold here. Tap into your core. You've got this. You're not expected to be perfect. I just want you to be present. I want you to be the witness to your experience, to all the good, all the bad, all the light, all the dark. Find the balance of it. Breathe here. Couple more breaths. We are in this together, even though we're all over the world. Supposed to stay home. We're still connected, right? Because we're still all in this together. So thank goodness for the internet, right, during this time. Breathe here. If you're shaking, be with that. Be with the uncertainty. Be with the vulnerability. All of it. Because it's still all that strength that you're holding. 3 more breaths. That's 2. 1 more. Awesome. Then come down to tabletop. Whew. Maybe open it up for cow for a moment. And then neutral spine. We're going to keep our hips over our knees. for puppy pose. Reach your arms out as far as you can. You're going to sink through your armpits. Maybe your forehead drops down, or your chin hovers when you gaze forward, or you bring your chin down and elbows down. The inhales kind of take you out a little bit. The exhales relax you back in. Trying to open up the armpits, the heart, and the throat. Areas that can be very vulnerable, right? But you're in your home, so you're safe to be that vulnerable. There's a lot of growth that can happen when you're uncomfortable. One more breath. Slide your hands back into tabletop. Let's go ahead and cross our ankles behind us. Bring the legs out from underneath you. Kind of just checking the time here. Half an hour is so short. I thought 45 minutes was short, but I was recommended to shorten it up. So we'll go ahead and lay down, use your core, and then we're going to use our core to come back up. Hover your left leg, interlace your hands in front of your right knee, and then round your spine and come back up. Use your core to lay down. And then use it to come back up, more of a rounded spine. And then sit nice and tall. And then round it back and down. One more of those. Come up. Round it down. And then figure four. Cross your right ankle, left thigh. I hold my foot and knee. You can interlace your hands. It's whatever you want. Do what you want every day right now, apparently. All right, so take this time to just notice what comes up for you, right? So you're like this witness. You sit back and you watch and you observe and like notice what's going on with you without having to react, which is hard for people, especially with PTSD. I get it. I totally get it, right? But it's something, it's a discipline, it's something to work on, it's something to practice. We're going to keep our legs in figure four, but we're going to drop, so release your hands, keep your legs in figure four, and drop your legs over to the left. So you're in a twist with your right foot flat on the ground, and push your right knee forward. So it's still true to figure four. It's not about just like a twist, but you're holding figure four in the twist. And then wherever your legs twist, you can always just gaze opposite, because it's like we're trying to twist from top to bottom in the spine. If you felt okay to crunch up and grab your left foot with your right hand, you could push your left knee even more forward and get a little more sensation going on there. So whatever you'd like it. It's called Cat's Got Its Own Tail. Taking this just for another moment. But communicate body to mind through the breath. It's like that bridge between the two. And then also heard a saying before, it says the breath is the voice of the soul. So it's all connected. You affect one, you affect the other. So if you want to change the way you feel, change your breath, change your physical posture. Bring the legs back up to figure four, and then drop the legs over to the right so that you're crossing still the ankle, not just on top of the thigh, but on the outer left knee, and then gaze to the left. My left knee is not touching the ground. Maybe yours does, mine's not. But the weight of the right leg is helping pull the left knee down. One more breath. And bring it back to center. Kind of shake it out. Really, actually, shake it out. It's good. It's really good for you to like shake super hard through the legs. And then right leg straight, left knee in. And then curl it up on the exhale, hovering that right foot. Inhale, lower. Exhale, curl it up. Inhale, lower. Exhale up. Inhale, lower. Figure four. Take a few breaths with it. Use your legs actively and then use your hands. So that way you're like really pulling the right knee in.
flexing toes. It is really supportive to knees. So if you have any knee issues going on, always flex the toes then towards the knee. So we're gonna drop the legs over to the right. So my left foot is flat, and you can gaze to the left. If you wanted to crunch up and grab your bottom foot with your left hand, you could push the right knee forward, and it might give you more space to push the left knee forward again. Breathe here. If you're like, get into a pose and you're like, this isn't working for me, it's not what I wanted it to be, that's okay. I'm just here to suggest, and you play it safe in your body, like physically make sure you're not hurting yourself. We're gonna take the legs, still in figure 4 to center, but I'm gonna flip my right foot out to the right, so I'm on the big toe edge, and then the legs are gonna go to the left. And this time, my right knee is touching the ground. Like on the other side, my left knee wasn't. Right? It'll be different on both sides. Gaze over the right shoulder. Use your left foot to pull the right knee down. This time flew by so fast with you guys, so please, please, please comment. Like, keep me posted what's going on. I want to make sure you're all good, and I want to know like what you're feeling, what you liked, what you maybe would want me to do. I'm here for you guys. Bring your legs back to center, and then shake them out, shake them out, shake them out, shake them out, shake them, shake them hard. Shake out all the frustration, maybe even punch, 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 punch. Get it out, like physically get it out of your body. And then go ahead and bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a really big hug. And then open it up for final Shavasana for a few minutes here. Drop into it. Maybe turn the lights down. Just make it cozy, blankets, pillows, whatever you want. If you're at home, then you get to make this the best experience for yourself. Close your eyes. Take a big breath in and then let go. No effort. As if you're just like floating on a top of the water, just nice and gentle, ebb and flow with breath. Soften your facial expression. We'll just feel nice and heavy and let the ground come up to hold you. It's good to physically work through some of this tension we're dealing with, some of the stress. It's not good to hold it in. So when you get to the point where you get to finally rest in Final Shavasana, like take advantage of it. Like after you work through it physically, emotionally, spiritually, this is the time where we heal. This is the time where we detox, we digest. When we know that we can rest safely in our homes. This is when we heal as a collective. This is where we heal the world. Right? This work is so important. Give it a few more moments. Just a little longer. It's so worth it because you're so worth it. And if you can't do it for yourself, do it for someone else, right? Send all the goodness of this practice out there. Don't worry how it works. Don't worry about how it's going out to that person. Like, just trust what you're doing is so important. It's so much bigger than even yourself. If you want to stay in Final Shavasana longer, or you want to play with your handstands or anything like that, and that's in your practice and you want to go for that, you can turn this off and just take it as where you need it to go. Otherwise, if you want to start to move around through the wrists, fingers and toes, move your head around, stretch out, taking a big breath in, and a big breath out. Bringing your knees in, either rock to the side to gently push up, rock forward and back, whatever way you like to exit your Final Shavasana to come to a seated pose so we can end this practice together. Finding your way up there. Again, you're at home, so it can be whatever you need it to be. I'm just so honored to be able to be in your home with you right now and
to share this experience with you. Once you make your way to a seated pose, hands at prayer, thumbs to your third eye center, take an inhale. Then exhale, bowing to the teacher in all things. Namaste. Thank you so much. I love you all. I miss you dearly, and I cannot wait for the day we're all back together. But for now, tune in, share this with everyone, and please write your comments, because it just makes my day to read your comments. So thank you. See you soon.